So, Tom, good to see you here today. We thought we'd get together and introduce ourselves to this embryonic new community that we're hoping to launch and to start and to watch grow over the coming weeks, months, and who knows, even years. So, why don't you give me a potted summary of who is Tom Dennis?
Tom Dennis, inviting everybody to join all aboard the LeaderShip. So I'm an executive coach. I develop teams. I am fascinated about leadership skills, leadership for today and leadership for tomorrow. And I love facilitating events, taking teams away and helping them be the best that they really can be. And where there's an organization that is sufficiently determined to change their cultures, then I really love working with them. Where have I come from? Well, I've been a lifeguard, I've been a trainee airline pilot, I've been an engineer, I've been a Royal Marine officer, and for the last 30-something years, I've been working in organizations helping them develop. So I've developed a real passion around how to get organizations into such a place that people love to work there. And that's really around how they're led. And that's what really motivates me. How about you?
Right, well, I've had two main careers with lots of extra bits added in, not as many as you. So I had 20 years in education. So I've always loved teaching. I was an English language teacher, and then I became a trainer, so I was kind of training teachers how to teach. And then I became a trainer. So my passion has always been about seeing what I do, seeing what can work out there, and breaking it down and making it teachable. And that partly lies behind this too. I switched midlife to a career in translation because languages has been the number one theme of my life. I've learned lots of languages. I've lived in 13 countries, studied 17 languages, but can't remember them all now. But basically, I've always been involved in language and therefore in communication. And within the second part of my career as a translator, slowly that teacher part has crept back in. So I've had a social media presence for quite a long time. And in my most latter incarnation, I have taken over the leadership, or rather begun a charity which deals with language, which provides free translations by volunteer professional translators to NGOs and organizations for non-profit around the world. So in that capacity, I'm now leading 1,300 volunteers working with over 120 clients. And as has been my habit all my life, having done that for 2 years and seen that there are things which are working really quite nicely, things I need to develop, my instinct is to unpack what's gone right about that and share it with other people who may be interested in leadership positions, whether of a similar organization or something quite different, from a youth club to a political party. Because I think some of the skills that you and I have discovered, because of course you've been my coach for the last 6 months, that you've known about and I've discovered are generic, generalizable, teachable, and I'm interested in watching other people grow, like you said, and become better versions of themselves, as the cliche goes maybe, but simply enjoy their leadership more in changing times. So that kind of covers to an extent what we're hoping for this group. So can you say a little bit more about that, about what you think this community can achieve together through our daily discussions?
Well, there's an awful lot of stuff out there on the social media world, and an awful lot of it isn't awfully positive, and yet it draws you in. Everybody seems to be attracted to outrage. So I think it's really nice to create something that really has a a fundamentally positive underpinning, which is, as you said, how can we be the best versions of ourselves? I would put it slightly differently. It's like we have a beautiful golden interior, and as we grow up, we put all these veneers on it. We have to protect ourselves. We are conditioned in certain ways by our parents, by teachers, by the environment that we have to survive in. And really, I think leadership for the future is undoing some of that veneering and allowing the true self, which is the very best self, the true self, to come out. And so having a community which explores that and helps people perhaps to find new ways to chip away at some of that veneering, I think that's very exciting. And I'm really interested. It fascinates me how different people in different environments, in different situations, in different countries, in different cultures, um, I deal with the challenges. We all have the potential, and in many cases, we all do fulfill leadership roles. It's not just about the corporate world, but we all do that. Just taking your dog out, if I had one, for a walk, and just interacting with people. You can say something which might transform their day. It might even have more of an impact. And that, in a sense, is a leadership moment. So I think exploring all that and creating this environment, this container where people can explore that's really exciting. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what is created.
And I love what you said there about, people from different cultures, because my daily reality is that I'm dealing with people from all over the world. My assistant is from Sri Lanka. I have people in senior volunteer positions everywhere from Finland to Colombia, and from Lithuania to Nigeria. And the one thing I notice every day, which I already knew as a kind of citizen of the world, is that there's so much that's shared, so many skills, so many bright people out there. And I'm looking forward also to kind of having that cross-cultural sharing within a group, an international group, like the one we hope this will become.
Mm.
So another question would be, why do it together? And we've known each other for about 6 months now in a coachee capacity, but we decided that there was some kind of convergence in the way we approach these things. So what is your motivation in doing a two-hander like this?
Well, I think two heads are better than one. Uh, you've been extraordinary in the way that you have created something and have led in the way that you've done that. And that really interests me. We have commonalities of ideas and thoughts and things, and there's stuff that I know that you don't, and you know that I don't. And so exploring that, and as I say, creating that container, I'm just very motivated to see what I can learn, and how we can co-create something where everybody learns.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that myself. You mentioned container, a vessel, for example. So we're setting sail with this thing. I would like to discover, obviously, I have great respect for what you bring to the table. I've seen your wisdom over the last 6 months, and I've seen that you've got perspectives and angles which can complement and help me grow. And at the same time, I often feel that it's through discussion, through the interchange of opinions, that I discover what it is I think. I'm not very good at sitting down on a stone in the garden and just thinking, because my mind is like everyone's mind. The monkey mind is going everywhere. But when I engage in discussion, I actually discover for myself what it is I think. So this journey, and I think we'll definitely put the emphasis on the journey rather than the destination, although we may have goals, places we'd like to get to, but it's very much about walking with people, talking along the way, changing partners, a bit like on the road to Santiago de Compostela, and all the people you meet along the way, the conversations you have, what you learn, and the memories and experiences you have together. So I'm very much looking forward to getting this thing off the ground.
Absolutely. Which is happening very, very soon. So I'm very excited by that. And of course,
All right.
it's I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but it's your birthday coming up, and you're going to have a celebratory adventure with Brigitte, your wife, and I I think that's it's so exciting to I'm really excited to know what you're going to bring back from that experience and the reflections. You know, I mean, we reach certain milestones in our life, and it's great to just sort of review where am I and where am I going. And you're such a good sharer on social media, and particularly Facebook. I'm really looking forward to seeing the reactions of all your community on that.
Great. Well, yeah, well, the day we launch this will be the day after my birthday, but you're right, 60 is a milestone. Let's hope that I've got enough energy to see this. Well, I know that I will have for at least the next 10 years, and then who knows what will happen beyond. So let's close there. Thanks, Tom, for your time today, and let's get started with the group.
Absolutely. All aboard.